What's up? What's up? This is Rom Wills back at you with yet another car video. That receipt thing. Now, it's been brought to my attention that some detractors, they always say, hey, Rom, don't show no receipts or anything like that. I've even said some comments like that. Only got a word for it. Now, I'm not Alan Roger Curry with the insert dog face here. I just say these two words. Bammers, please. Come on, y'all. Talking about that. It's like, dude, a lot of y'all be trying to follow me on Facebook. And, you can go through that, but even more so on IG. What do y'all think it's there for? That's actually what inspired this podcast because, you know what, this past weekend, man, it's a little bit cold out here. This past weekend, I was at Arundel Mills Mall in Maryland with my sons. And, when I'm out and about on my IG, and, I just put up random stuff. Now, on Sundays, I always put up an IG version of the inspirational message I put up on all my channels here. But otherwise, it's just random stuff. It might be a picture or somebody take a picture. I like the food I eat. I got a lot of stuff on there. But and I'll get into that in a second. But, I was going into Arundel Mills Mall. My sons were walking ahead of me, and I just made a little joke. I was like, yeah, I'm at Arundel Mills Mall. If you see me, walk up slow because my bodyguards are here, right? So, we did our thing. They teenagers. They hit up a couple stores. I was just going on the way. I had to get something from the Ralph Lauren outlet there. Hey, just as an aside, you want to get some clothes, find the outlets in your area. You get them cheap. You can get that expensive stuff cheap. So I be hitting the outlets in Arundel Mills Mall. But excuse me. But then I said, you know what? Let's milk that a little bit. So the clip that people saw was I had that first one, then I did another one with my sons, and they were like looking real serious, had their fist up. They had their fist up and everything. And even that took about 3 takes. Reason why, the first take, my oldest son, he was real serious, but then he put this up. It's like, okay. All right, I was like, you know what, we can't do that. Then the second clip that we didn't put up, my youngest son was looking real serious. A couple people even commented how serious he looked. One person said he looked like he could be a killer. He's actually probably the happiest kid ever, but he started busting out laughing and stuff. So I said, okay, y'all just be serious for one. And then we put that one up. But somebody said something, and they made a reference to, how some cats be like asking about receipts and everything on YouTube. And I'm just like, for what? One, I'm going to get into why I really don't put them on YouTube. But I'm like, IG is quick, man. I can take a pic real quick, all of a sudden spontaneous. Shoot, and just upload it. In fact, the last pic I had of with me and a woman, because that's what a lot of this come down to on IG, that was just spontaneous. I say, hey, you know what, come take a pic with me. A really good friend of mine. Because I got quite a few pics of me and some women. Some of them are friends, some of them more than friends. Check the body language. Some of them real hugged up with, some of them not. In fact, I've said that before. Because if you're talking about just the women, probably the best pick on there that says a lot about me and gives you insight into who Rom really is. It's just me and an upper class attorney around my age with a better body than most 20-year-olds. My age, though. See, I don't have a problem dealing with mature women and stuff. Upper class, like 6-figure attorney. And I'm in there joining a $700 suit. That tells you everything. Pictures is 1,000 words. It's right there. All right. And I got some other, if you go throughout there. But if you look at my overall Instagram, I'll show you parts of my life. Because it's not just, I don't get into that receipt thing, to be real with you. Main reason I got, 2 reasons I got IG. One, just to show people I'm out here living. I'm not just, see, I don't like that thing, and I'm going to get into more of that thing. You get some people, they don't show nothing, but they got all these comments and stuff, and I'm showing you, I'm like, well, that's how I'm living. This is how I'm wearing clothes. This is how I pick it up stuff. And I'm showing you. You know, I got some pics on there where I'm just picking up some clothes. I'll show you some clothing items. You know, I've used some recent pics on there, like me in different overcoats for thumbnails. Or that, you know, the one I got up today, shoot, that was a heavy coat. Oh, incidentally, those 3 pics, and then I got another one coming out tomorrow taken by women. You know, attractive women. One's a fat booty, AKA. I'm just saying. Anyway, right? Anyway, you know, you got other stuff in there, and then, you know, I got some pics of me vending. All sorts of stuff. Me, like, I'm doing eclipse from airplanes, all of that. Like, I'm like in the airplane, walking through airports. You know? Me going into the water in San Diego, just basically saying, okay, this is Rom's life. Just to say, because I'm a big thing on if, you know, walk your walk. And to shout out Kevin Samuels, show your work. But I just prefer it on Instagram. Now some people, very limited on Facebook. That's just because there's some issues I'm having with Facebook. So I post there limited. I just post a link to like my Sunday podcast and walk on. Though I did post one with me and my youngest son. My oldest son already 6'2". My youngest son, he hitting that growth spurt. I was looking at some jeans I just bought him in December. They already starting to be high waters. I was like, shit. He hit that growth spurt. But I don't really get into it on YouTube. Now, I said when I first started and started really getting big, I said I was going to try like doing some random stuff. And, you know, I said I was going to do some random stuff, maybe, you know, me out here and everything. And, you know, at different events. I did one video. This was back in April of 2017. You know, now I used as a thumbnail me and Thelma from Good Times, Bernadette Stannis. That's actually an interesting story right there because she had a booth where she was taking pictures of people, and you know, I took a picture with her, and actually she was nice because she let my son take some pictures of us. I put up one. You see me, my hand is out because I'm actually directing him, and I was like, you know, let me put that one up. But one thing, man, that was great talk because I talked with her, and this is just an aside, but I was talking with her and I told her straight up. I was like, shoot, you don't get me through childhood. You were a crush. And she was like very gracious, cool. She even gave me some game because I gave her like a business card. And see, when I was at that thing, I had hair on my face, and hair on my face, a beard, you know, hair on my head. I think I had a beard, but I definitely had hair on my head, right? And I gave her my card, but my card has my hair. I'm clean shaven, and my like it's no beard. And you know, Thelma from Good Times said, "Hey, you look great in this picture. You should keep your head shaved." Oh shit! My childhood crush gave me some advice, complimented me. I was like, "Oh shit!" I got a link to that in the description box because I was talking about that expo I have. And that particular expo, I actually got some pictures on my Facebook with it, right? You know, it's like I said, my shit's out there. If you follow me on Facebook, which I see a lot of people try to anyway, all you have to do is go through my pics. Some people have gone through my pics, you know? I got pics going back to 2008 from everything, expos, everything there. And then, like I said, I don't like post. It's rare I post on Facebook any pictures anymore. But, you know, you can go on IG. I got stuff, everything. It's not even about just the women. I got like several pics of, several clips of my sons in the background fishing. Even got this little fish we end up throwing back, like flopping around. She got a pic of me out in, this was out in California and stuff at a hotel gym working out. I mean, and it was a light workout because they didn't have any weights heavier than 50 pounds, barbells, and I need at least 60 for me to sweat. But all of it's right there. All of it's right there. So, you know, you can check that for that. And, you know, I was talking about the whole thing, the video I did with me and Thelma in the thumbnail. And the link is in the description box. But then I got another one because I did say I wanted to try to do some stuff like, when I'm out and about, or doing some vending. I had an event and uploaded to YouTube. But then I did this one. It was called My Day Vending. But see, I ain't do it for this channel. I did it for my business channel because it was a business thing. I was at this event for a business thing. Now, I had to focus mostly on, I got some pictures of some fellow vendors there, but I focused mostly on myself. See, one thing, man, people always talk about take pictures and you can't randomly take pictures. A lot of people don't realize, but I have a legal background, and you always got to put yourself in a position where, it's okay. When you have a person, even the pics I got, maybe of me and somebody else on Instagram, I always had their permission. Now, since it was cool like that and it wasn't showing anything negative, they likely ain't going to sue. But there have actually been a couple of women like I stopped dealing with, and I took their pictures off of IG. Some people might have seen it, but I took it off because I said I don't want any issues. So, but you can't, people be talking about, hey, get a camera out here and walk around with it and shit. Man, that's you got to, if you're going to do that, then you got to bring paperwork for them. And I'm like, I don't feel like doing all that shit. It's just easier, And then, what's the point? So, I said, whatever. But then, getting back to that one I did with the vending thing, one thing that turned me off, one, it was a lot to put it together because I had to put different clips together. That took a minute. And I put it up, and the video actually got demonetized. And I was like, you know what? Never mind. And even to this day, only 200 people even watch. It was on my business channel. And I was just like, oh, let me say something real quick about that. Everybody's so busy focusing on my relationship stuff. And I'm like, even O'Shea has promoted my business channel. You trying to make money? Shit, I'm telling you. I'm telling you the right mindset for it. That's my main thing. You gotta have a certain mindset. So that's just but y'all check out that other one, the vending thing, especially some of y'all who want to learn like how you gotta look at vending and everything, And I was able to get some, some still pictures of some people and stuff with their permission. So, it's cool. It's cool and everything. But one thing and that's just the first half of what I wanted to say. I just want to say something real quick. Because you get these folks always talking receipts and stuff, but I've noticed one thing about them. Every time they want to say, well, he ain't do this, they never show their work. Let's be real. They never, every time somebody say it, because every time, like, if somebody get in my comments and say something, I always look at their profile. And the few times that they have any videos up, it's somebody else's video. They never show themselves. Have y'all noticed that? And that's even bigger than YouTube. Have you noticed the people who got the most shit to say never show their own shit? They want, and really what that is, honestly, they don't believe it or something because they haven't personally experienced it, which is okay. They haven't personally experienced it, but don't knock somebody else out. And then, they'll try to do it from a place of jealousy or something. But I'm like, okay, well, show what you got. All right. I told you where to find mine. The link is in the description box. And a lot of y'all be hitting me up on Facebook anyway. If I accept your friend request, and I ain't going to get into why I wouldn't, but if I accept your friend request, sure, you can take your time. You got videos of me on stage. I got pictures of me on sitting on panels and stuff. But anybody who's like trying to say something, you notice they never seen it. In fact, I'll put out something for my loyal subscribers, people cool with rolling with me. If y'all on somebody else's like platform or something, and they got something to say about it, ask them where theirs at. Seriously, ask them to show something. Because I remember I used to get people who come on and they ain't like how the video is done, and I would just say to them, I say, okay, well, why don't you do a video on your channel and show me how to do it correctly? Have y'all noticed that though? Seriously, people who got the most shit to say are nothing but they can't show what they doing. And then when you challenge them on it, they get real quiet. That's the whole thing with it. Seriously. That's all I say. Show it. If you, whatever you got, if you a person, you doing something in life, show something. Show something, because really in this world, there's nothing wrong with that. That's part of the reason why I have the IG. Let you know, hey, I ain't sitting in the house. And I'm just showing y'all a little bit. I'm just showing y'all a tiny bit. Because some shit I just still keep to myself anyway. Or, every person don't necessarily want to be on IG. So you got to respect that. Like I said, that becomes a legal issue. You put up some stuff without someone's permission. That's a legal thing. Any attorneys can back up what I just said. But everything's right there. Everything's right there. But, that's all I got for now. And look, let me shout out this. It was a young man who brought that up on there. He pointed that out. I didn't want to give your name on there, brother. But shout yourself out in the comments if you feel like it, because it's the correct thing. It's like right there. Shoot. If anything, somebody could check out my IG and see that I'm about my sons. I call them my pimps because I work for them. I work for them. Shoot, they gotta be fly. My youngest had to get some gold shoes. We going to get some shoes. He didn't even need them. The oldest one needed them. He saw some gold shoes. He was like, "Dad, I want these." I was like, "Damn, okay." He got a gold jacket too. I don't know. I got that pimp from his great grandfather. I don't know. Anyway, right? It's all right there. It's how I feel about it. But like I said, my work's right there. It's easy. Shit, you can do a Google thing and find shit. You don't even have to go to IG, man. I got so many pics. I was like, damn, I think I picked this. That shit's on Google. It's like shit. Anyway, right? But yeah, for the rest of the Bammers, show your work. Show your work. Show how your shit's better. All right? So anyway, y'all, that's it for today. I'll get back with y'all. Peace.